Hello everyone, we're Group 9. In this video, we're gonna present our TP Final, a case study of Nintendo. Our TP Final is divided into several parts. The first part is the introduction, which will be given by Pete later. The second part is the two analysis tools we learned in this semester, Pastel and the 5 Force framework. The third part is diversification, and the final part is our suggestion. Let's welcome Pete to give the introduction.
Hello everyone, I'm Pete. Today I will talk about Nintendo. First we will talk about its background. In 1889 to 1969, Nintendo is a toy industry that made Hanafuda, also called flower car. Nintendo flower car industry cooperates with Disney in animated character toys, and this made Nintendo a great fortune. However, due to deteriorating playing card industry, Nintendo invested several business lines such as instant rice, love hotel, and taxi service. However, it all failed. But in 1969, they found electronics and gaming to bring the company a huge benefit, such as hardware and software. In hardware, Nintendo dedicates into consoles and prototype gaming system to provide a customer a better gaming experience and convenience. About the software, the gaming entertainment system bring people huge famous IP and prioritize their gaming system from past to now. About games, Nintendo develops a lot of games to satisfy their customers. In their vision, Nintendo wants to change lives from customers. They want to put their smile on customer faces and also take care of their employees. Nintendo believes that good customers and employees can make the business cycle to a better extent. For the mission, Nintendo provides high-quality games and consoles to every people. It also wants to give customers a distinguished experience on gaming systems, such as handheld and social content. Nintendo provides multiple player gaming to break the bad image of isolation of gaming activity. Also, it provides a health and safety procedure to satisfy its CSR, corporate social responsibility. For example, to the environment, Nintendo keeps developing environmental techniques to protect the earth when producing the products. So next, we'll take the other to the further explanation.
Hello, I'm Jerry. I will introduce the Pastel this part. First, Nintendo as a multinational corporation. The top 3 markets are the US, Europe, and Japan. These 3 major markets are politically stable. Move on to economic. Nintendo has a very good reputation and hold a very good position in the market. People are willing to buy Nintendo products more. So if Nintendo increase the quality of supplying more goods and specializing on more technology, which is going to happen if Nintendo get more capital into the business and invest them to get more machinery for more output and making sure of using them properly. Talk about social culture. Because of COVID-19, people are forbidden to go outside, which increased the demand for indoor entertainment. Also, the new release video game, Anime Crossings, which contributes to the sale of Nintendo Switch. However, lockdown of the factories in China and Vietnam cut down the production capability of Nintendo. Nintendo joined several companies donating its resources and capabilities to combat the COVID-19 pandemic.
Hi everyone, I'm Phoebe. I'd like to talk about the rest of Nintendo's pastel analysis. In technology sector, I'll focus on three important Nintendo's products. Wii consoles contain motion sensing capability that allows users to interact and manipulate items on screen via gestures. However, Nintendo's Wii U consoles failed due to its stated consoles, underpowered hardware, and insufficient storage systems. Nintendo's success comes again with the Switch creation. Portable Switch consoles come with new Joy-Con remotes, which include new technologies such as HD rumble vibration, replicating precise sensations, and infrared IR sensor recognizing shapes, motions, and distance. According to the 2017 annual report, Nintendo spent $527 million on research and development costs. In environmental sector, Nintendo gave priority on employee welfare and well-being, consumer product recycling, and product packaging, focusing to reduce plastic use in manufacturing and logistics and supply chain in collaboration with EPA SmartWay program in reducing greenhouse gas emission and CSR. In legal sector, there are different types of copyrights for Nintendo's products, such as software source code, executable code, games visual display, music, characters, manuals and labels, hardware chip microcode, artwork, and publications. Nintendo's most widely recognized trademarks include Nintendo, Game Boy, Super NES, and Super Mario Bros. There are many patents and design patents for Nintendo's hardware and software products. Nintendo licensed independent third-party publishers to use its patented technology, copyrights, and trademarks in developing, creating, and marketing their own video games. Many independent property owners from movies, televisions, and sport leagues license their intellectual properties for use in video games.
Hello everyone, I'm Levi. Today I will introduce 5 false alarms of Nintendo. First is bargaining power of suppliers. Nintendo hardware supply is largely dependent on the capability of their manufacturers. Example, Foxconn and Hitachi. However, once the systems are manufactured, and Nintendo has many suppliers to choose from, a great advantage is how large their software library is, including Ubisoft, EA, Disney, etc. Although they have trouble in the past of using third-party developers, something that damaged their sales even today, they've started starting to use more and more of them. However, Nintendo makes it different of third-party games and developers to migrate to it. These suppliers lose any power over the development of software, so we think the bargaining power of the supply is medium level. And next is the bargaining power of buyers. We think customer purchasing behavior has a direct impact on the success of video games system and software, since unit sold and revenue are the two main measures used to gauge success in the gaming industry. If customers are unable or unwilling to buy Nintendo products of any reason, they are easily able to other products that better fit their needs. And then manufacturers regularly suggest the retail price for every division, so buyers had no real say over the price. In addition, they had a large of customers, so no one buyer have real leverage. So we think the bargaining power of buyers is high level. And then next is threat of substitutes. Alternative gaming technologies including PC, mobile, and VR often substitutes to gaming consoles, and other entertainment medium as a substitute of the game industry as evolved. So we think the threat of substitutes Nintendo is high level in this part. And next video will introduce another part of 5 flop analysis.
Hello everyone, my name is Finn, and right now I'm going to talk about the rest of the 5 forces analysis. And now it's the threat of new entrants. Breaking into an industry for long, dominant forces such as Nintendo, Sony, and Microsoft would be difficult for any new hardware or software developer, since new hardware would struggle to secure a place among pre-existing system, and new software would require approval from Nintendo, Sony, and Microsoft to be published on their system. So I think the threat of new entrants of Nintendo is gonna be low. And the second one, the last one, competitive rivalry. Overall, the gaming industry is very competitive. meaning old gaming companies must keep on top of industry trends and demands to remain relevant, and new gaming companies must find a niche competitive advantage that makes their products stand out to be successful. Any strategy for Nintendo must maintain or improve upon the current success of the Switch. Common metrics for the gaming industry include revenue, profits, units sold, and market share. So an important goal for Nintendo is to keep improving these figures. Additionally, maintaining a cash reserve is important to fueling Nintendo's risk-taking and innovation. A unique goal specific for Nintendo is to continue improving relationship with third-party and indie developers, since continuous growth of the software catalog of its platform is key to continued engagement of players, and it's difficult to support through only first-party games. Thus, strategy alternative proposed in this paper will be evaluated based on the strategy's impact on net sales and bottom line profit, units sold and revenue from both hardware and software sales, console market share, global gaming market share, total cash assets, and third-party developer relationship. And next will be my friends.
Hi guys, my name is Adiasa, and right now I'm going to talk about diversification. Before we go any further, what is diversification? Diversification is a risk management strategy that makes a wide variety of investments within a portfolio. So, basically the company has embraced diversification since its earliest days, as evidenced by its willingness to pursue different commercial interests in addition to its primary business segment. In 1933, Sekiryo Kaneda established the company as a general partnership titled Yamoichi Nintendo & Co. Ltd., investing in the construction of a new corporate headquarters located next to the original building. After 1993, during the World War II, negatively impact the company as Japanese authorities prohibit the division of foreign card games, and as the priorities in Japanese society shifted, its interest in recreational activities won. During this time, Nintendo was partly supported a financial injection from Hiroshi's wife Michiko Inaba, who came from a wealthy family. In 1959, Nintendo entered into an agreement with Walt Disney to incorporate his company's animated characters into the cards. Nintendo also developed a distribution system that allowed it to offer its products in toy stores. By 1961, the company had sold more than 1.5 million card packs and held a high market share, for which it relied on televised advertising campaigns. The need for diversification led the company to list stock on the second section of the Osaka and Kyoto Stock Exchange. That's all my part. Thank you for listening.
Hi everyone, I'm Anna. I'm going to talk about our suggestions towards Nintendo. As you know, Nintendo is the world-famous video game company. Within the same industry, there are two threatening competitors, which are the PlayStation of Sony and the Xbox of Microsoft. To stay at the top of the industry, Nintendo needs to make a lot of efforts. Take Nintendo Switch, for example. By targeting the gamers from children to the elderly, which built a competitive advantage for Nintendo itself, making Nintendo reclaim its crown to be the king of the video game industry. Therefore, innovation is the key factor to keep Nintendo itself to be at the first place within the industry. In other words, Nintendo must spend money on R&D so as to develop new products in the future to beat its competitors. On the other hand, Nintendo has to find more ways to expand its IP, such as Mario and Pokemon. Take the donuts for example. Nintendo has recently co-branded with the well-known donut company, Mr. Donut. They launched 3 kinds of donuts, such as Pikachu donuts. To sum up, by taking the 2 advices mentioned above, keep improving its products and improving its IP expansion, we think Nintendo may become even more stronger than Sony or Microsoft to catch up with. Here's the end of our video. Hope you all enjoy it. Thanks for your attention.